So we are learning quite a bit about what the gene that's involved in Rett syndrome does. And it turns out that some of what it does is changing how our energy metabolism works. So how our cells are making energy and spending energy, and how they deal with the garbage of the cell, how they clean out the garbage of the cell. And so based on that, our collaborators, so Dr. Jane Eubanks and his lab, tested an antioxidant cocktail in the mouse that has the mutation that one of the mutations that we see in kids and youth with Rett syndrome. And he noticed that this particular cocktail improved their motor function and improved some anxiety and social behaviors. And so we are taking out that information from the mouse, and we're going to test this, the similar version of this compound in humans. So now we had a formulation from the mouse, so we knew what ingredients were important, but obviously for using these ingredients in the human, we need to know what are the safety ranges. And so we cannot use the same concentrations as people use in the mouse, because we have to make sure that we give kids the safest possible formulation. So we had to bring in a collaborator who is a pharmacologist and a biochemist to look at the formulation that was used in mice and tweak it to meet Health Canada standards for what is safe for children and youth. That was one thing. The second thing we had to make sure is that we optimize it so that we don't have compounds that either interfere with each other's absorption or they make each other less effective by being taken together. So it took quite a bit of work from biochemistry and pharmacology point of view to make sure that we have a compound that is safe and it's optimized. And then we have to think about things that have nothing to do with science but are very important when we're asking kids to take medications. So we had to think about how it tastes, how they're going to take it, whether it can go through their J tube or their G tube. So there were several formulation experiments that had to happen to make sure that we have something that's palatable, in this case grape flavor liquid, and that it was safe to use through the tubes, or it could be thickened for the kids that needs to be thickened for. Yeah, so we haven't had randomized controlled clinical trials in Canada in Rett syndrome yet. So this is our first attempt to get into the space and engage our families in the research that will lead to ultimate treatments.